Epic conversation. What's happening? Red Pill Bible Study. Y'all know what's good early in the morning. Well, I ain't gonna say it's early, but it's early for me. But yeah, it's what they call Sunday morning or the first day of the week. And what this Bible study consists of is teaching the book in order. My people suffer from a lack of knowledge. And the reason for that lack of knowledge is because we receive information out of order. So we were taught this book from what's called the gospel, most of us was. And because of that, we receive information in this book out of order, because this book don't start with the gospel, it starts in Genesis. So what I've been doing with these series of videos, what we've been doing with these series of videos is going through the Bible in order from Genesis. And we done made it all the way down to what's known as the 10 Commandments. Okay? Now, the reason that I'm making these videos in order is to reveal to you that the being that's called the Lord in this book is Satan. And he's introduced to you in Genesis chapter 2, verse 4. He calls himself the Lord. And that there is a difference he's revealed through his work, through the things that he did. The things that he does reveals to you that this cannot be the omnipotent, that means all-knowing, omnipresent, that means everywhere at once, most high God, power. The word God means power, or powers, the plural word, it means the powers. And it's true that the most high is what powers us. On my Facebook channel, I talk about the most high outside of religion using numbers. And I got a real throw when I'm still on the number 0. We ain't got off 0 yet. But everything must be done in order. So I'm going to get on 0 until we get all the way, get all the full meaning and understanding and comprehend the concept of that. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm on is Exodus, and we're dealing with these commandments that the children of Israel are getting from the Lord. Now, you got a quick recap before I get there is basically this. Satan made him a man and put the man to sleep and did surgery on that man and made him a woman. And the Bible traces the lineage of Adam, not because he's the first man in the world, but because he's the first man to follow Satan, to worship Satan as his God. And his lineage, the Bible traces his lineage because through his lineage, you get what's called the religion of Judaism. And through that, you get what's called Christianity. And from that, you get Islam. And these are the 3 main religions that rule the world at this time. So the Bible is a revelation. It reveals to you the history of it, how Satan went about setting up his kingdom here in this world. And what we're actually on the children of Israel officially making the Lord their God. And the word Lord means I am who I am. And the being that they're dealing with is claiming that he is the I am who I am. That he is the most high God. That he is, when you say of yourself, I am, when you're speaking of you, he's saying that he's that I am. That he's the creator of that I am. And my contention is that this book is written as a revelation to reveal to you that this is the imposter. This is the adversary of the Most High. And we're going to reveal him through his work and not through accusations and just making up stuff because it sounds good. We're going to run it down. So here you go. Check it out. Exodus, and we on Exodus chapter 20 right now. Rock with me. So, hold on. Let me also give you this. They on a mountain. Moses is on a mountain, and the mountain is trembling. He heard a trumpet blast. They got louder and louder. Right? This is what's going on. And the commandments that he's being given, and I did this last time, but I'm going to do it one more time. Repetition is indeed how you learn. And God spoke all these words. And when this says God, they are talking about the being that he's encountering. And the Bible reveals it. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. Now, this is a being that Moses can see. He got like a rainbow. He got a face that shine like the sun. It's shining so much that when Moses come off this mountain, his face gonna be shining. He gonna have to put on the veil. He got a rainbow on his head, and he got legs like pillars of fire. And he's in like his upper part is like a cloud, like his torso is like a cloud, and other parts are described him as like having on a vest of gold, but he can see who he's dealing with, right? And he said, I am the Lord, I am your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. Now, in the outside sense, Egypt is a physical place in a geographical location, right? But we're dealing with the Most High God, who cannot be seen, and whose manifestation physically is you, but your mind and your soul is how you are the Most High. How the Most High manifests his kingdom is within you. No eye has ever seen the Most High God. And so you break down the meaning of these words, and the word Egypt mean a prison or a fortified place. So the captivity of the children of Israel, he who struggles with a mighty one, when we dealing with the Most High, is beyond a geographical place or location or specific time. It's dealing with a state of being, a state of darkness, a state of chaos. Anything done out of order results in chaos. So you got this physical being standing in front of him, and one of the claims of about the Lord, one of the claims about Satan is he likes to take credit for the work of the Most High God, but at the same time make a mockery of it. So he's standing in front of Moses telling him, don't put nothing before him. And Moses can see him like, yeah, me right here, don't put nothing before me. But what this is breaking down from the inside interpretation is that putting nothing before the Most High God is doing everything in order. And doing everything in order is putting God first, putting the Most High first. You bear the fruit of the Spirit. You do the work of the kingdom first. The word of the Most High is the truth. The truth is light. It'll free you from confusion, which is another form of darkness. It'll free you. It'll take you from considering yourself as a slave to knowing that you are a son of the Most High. It'll free you from the captivity of your ignorance. And this is what Egypt, the kingdom, the hell of Satan, his kingdom is considered Egypt spiritually. And the light of the Most High God is what frees you from it. And so the Bible is revealing to you spiritually the process of your liberation through illumination, through the light of truth. But you have to receive the information in order for it to be revealed to you. And then you'll be able to see the lesson with all three eyes. And you can see the outward application, which is the imposter, the false image. And you understand the inside interpretation and the lessons of the Most High God. And that take you beyond a physical place or time or ethnicity. But let's continue. You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God. Pause. So jealousy is an attribute of darkness. Jealousy, the opposite of jealousy, is a word that I'm going to encourage you to look up if you've ever wondered what's the opposite of jealousy. Jealousy is, I'm not going to call it jealousy. The opposite of this word, jealousy, is the absence of this word. And the word is compersion. Compersion is when you're genuinely happy for other people. Other people's joy brings you joy. Like, really, it's not a front. It's no cap. When other people being happy makes you happy too. You love to see people win. This is compersion. Okay? And the being that's standing before Moses is saying, don't make no ugly, what he's telling. Let's read it and make sure we get it right. You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the fathers and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. Pause. Idol. You say don't make you nothing about a representation that you bow down to or worship in the place of me. Understanding come when you do things in order, and I can tie this in. You know, when you go from zero to one, and you understand that one has no value in and of itself. It is only a representation of what the zero is, which is the first number. It's not the one, because it's a lot of ones from that zero. Because when the one which is a representation of the first number, 0, is added, comes into being, the 1 makes 2 numbers. But I ain't gonna take y'all too fast on that note. So when you idolize something, your idol is whoever you imitate. That's why I keep telling y'all in the videos, imitation is the highest form of worship. And to make it plain, Michael Jordan had a commercial for his shoes, and it's like Mike. If I could be like Mike. Be like Mike, like Mike. If I could be like Mike. And that's made Michael Jordan an idol. And if you wanted to be like Michael Jordan, you put on you some Michael Jordan tennis shoes and your Michael Jordan jersey, and you get your basketball, and you go shoot the ball, and you say, Jordan. You shoot the ball in his name. I'm going to say that again. Yeah, it just happened again. I said, when you get the shoes and you sing the song, "If I Can Be Like Mike," and you put the jersey on, you get your basketball, and you get out there and you shoot the ball, and you say, "Jordan," when you shoot the ball, you just shot the ball in his name because he's your idol. You want to make this shot in the name of Michael Jordan. Internally, what the Most High is telling you about not idolizing anything or anybody is because his kingdom is within you. You are his most latest and greatest manifestation. If you're going to imitate anybody, imitate yourself. Imitate the voice and that God and that light within you. Anything else is blasphemy. So if you listen to me, and I need you to put this together. You can imply it. I hope you can imply it. This involves critical thinking. Anything that is outside of you, that you place in front of you to be like and to imitate, is an idol. Especially when the image, whether it is of the heavens above or the sea beneath or another somebody, when you make them your idol, that means everything you do in their name and whatever regard they're your idol in. Jordan is your sports idol. Okay, well, Jesus is your spiritual idol. And so you worship in his name. Just like you shoot the basketball in the name of Michael Jordan. Jordan, when you shoot the ball with the Michael Jordan tennis shoes on, hopefully somebody hear me this time. We in Exodus. Now, the difference is the laws of the Most High are written in your heart. But we dealing with the type of people. Listen to me. Listen to me today. Today is the day. We dealing with a type of people that literally have to be taught, and it has to be written down and explained to them. You cannot kill. You cannot steal. It's not in them. It's not naturally in them. You got to write it down for them and tell them, explain it to them. Precept, all kind of law to keep these people from stealing, killing, and destroying, lying and cheating. Because if you don't write it down and say you can't do this, man, they gonna do it and not blink. What no laws against it? These are these type of people. This is what we dealing with. Who fit the description today, y'all? I'm just asking you. Are we the type of people, man, that somebody got to write it down for us and explain to us not to kill and not to steal? Is it in you? You have a soul. Is it in you or not? It don't feel good to hurt people. If you feel good when you hurt people, that is evidence of that you are under possession of what they call an evil spirit. It's not your natural state. All right, so here we go. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. Now, this is the being that's standing in front of Moses. He's standing in front of him. This my name. My name is I am. Don't misuse my name. Okay, this is the being's claim that he is the creator of the I am. All right, now, dig this right here. You call yourself I am. And anything you say I am is, it shouldn't be a lie after that. It should be the truth, because you making the claim on what you are. The YHWH, tetragrammaton, that's really pronounced you, what you are when you say I am. God. Whose name is it? Is it yours? Is it the name of, and who is it in you that you can't see and that's not making the sound that's saying I am? Is he outside of you? Has he ever appeared to you outside of you? He said when you deal with him, you're going to deal with him in his realm. He gave this realm to you. You gave it to the devil. External, I am is the being that's standing in front of Moses. Internal, I am is you speaking from the kingdom, the throne speaking from heaven. I am. Which one is it? I'm telling you, it's a difference. He's an imposter. You got an imposter that you're dealing with. But the Most High is the beginning and the end. The first number, 0, and the sum of all numbers, 1, 0, 10. The first one and the one at the end. He's in all things. But and he said he wrote his law in you. Nobody had to tell you this. Nothing had to come out the sky on the mountain with the mountain in smoke and trembling in the sound of trumpets to tell you not to kill nobody and not to steal and not to cheat, not to lie, not to destroy. I'm just giving it to you plain. But for a certain group of people on this earth, and it holds true to this day, let me teach you something right quick. Let's segue and look at perspective right fast and what they call the civil rights movement and the civil rights laws. Those laws weren't written for us. We've always taught these people how to be civil, how to be humane, hygienic. We've always taught them. The civil rights laws is the latest example of us teaching them humbly and patiently how to be civil. Teaching them, hey, everybody can eat in the restaurant. Everybody can sit in wherever they want to on these buses. Everybody can drink from the water fountain, use whatever restroom they want, work wherever they want. Yeah, we had to demonstrate over and over again for them before they got it, literally. That's what the demonstrations were for, to perform these signs in front of these people so their eyes could open and be civil. Man, y'all listening to this, man? Do y'all get this, man? This is not my message. Anybody that know me, man, Satan, this is how Satan works. He always try to run out in front of the truth with the lie. Always. Always. And it's no different in the spiritual realm than the physical. I suppress my job, my duty, This stuff wasn't just coming to me just for me to have it and think about for myself. This was given to me to share. And I wouldn't share it. I kept trying to suppress it so I can fit in with this backwards world. And so my vibe is off. That's not me. I'm not like that. I'm a God. I'm not a devil. I don't like lying, cheating, and stealing. I don't like it. It's just naturally. It's slimy. I don't like it. There was a time when I enjoyed it and wouldn't go to sleep unless I had lied and cheated and stole something. Sold somebody some paws and robbed somebody. Knocked somebody girl off. Y'all don't hurt me, man. But when my eyes open and the Christ consciousness came, and I realized my anointing, the awareness came of the one, that I'm a one, you a one, and that's a one. When the awareness came of what that represent and what that really mean, what the one is a representation of, lying, cheating, stealing, and killing was against my nature. And those that did it. Stay in your lane. If you are the type of person that you just don't like lying, you don't like cheating, you just don't like it. It's just not in you. It ain't got nothing to do with trying to look good or be good or get a reward. It's just in you. You just an honest, upright individual. Yeah, that's godliness. But we live in a backwards world, so we honor and praise the liars, cheaters, thieves, and destroyers. Those are our idols. We live in a demonic world. We live backwards. I'm gonna do another series on Facebook, man, about these numbers, right? And I'm gonna say it on here before I say it on there. You ain't learn how to count numbers. You was counting your fingers, and you was counting them out of order. You never learned numbers. But anyway, now, you should not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. That means set apart. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you nor your son or daughter, nor your manservant, maidservant, which is a slave, nor your animals, nor the alien within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day, and made it holy. He said, but he rested on the seventh day. He don't say I rested on the seventh day. He say he rested on the seventh day. I'm just saying, am I making it up, or is do it say, and he rested on the seventh day? For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the seventh day and made it holy. Well, let me see. Because Most High said on the seventh day he was through with all his work. He ain't had nothing new to do. It was finished. Everything that he had to do was done. We are in Exodus chapter 20. And the Lord is on the mountain that's shaking and trembling, look like it's on fire from the smoke and from the furnace and the sound of the trumpet. And he giving them these set of commandments that I guess is new to these people. Do it look like he's still working or not? So who, I guess that's why he say he rested. Because the Most High is who he talking about. And then, so he's still working, right? But you got a day of rest coming that you can't get away from. And on that day, you're not gonna do no more work. That's gonna be the end. Whatever season, whatever period that you had to do, that's whatever you had to produce in that season. That's gonna be the end of that season. That's the season we in right now, y'all. This is given to you from the Most High God. The one that you ain't never seen and don't see on the earth in this realm. But the claim is from the being that's standing in front of Moses is this is day that he instituted, that he got through all his work, even though he's still sitting in front of Moses working. And put it in your face. Here we go. Honor your father and your mother so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. This is the beginning of the self-explanatory rules. This is the beginning of this imposter giving rules that's already been in place. This is this imposter giving rules like he the one giving them, that's brand new, that's ancient by the time these commandments are given. This is fact. I'm not making it up. Look at him. He said, honor your father and your mother. Do your research. You'll find how ancient these commandments are. Or do you really think in your rational mind that this is the first time that it was thought of, that mankind should honor their fathers and mothers? At this point in history, if you've been following along, they done left Egypt. Egypt was an empire. That's them the ones that built the pyramids that they still ain't figured out. These are the people that the Greeks studied from and the Romans studied, got all they game from. This is a group of people that was ancient, that had existed for thousands of years, that they're coming out of as their slaves. Now, do you really think after thousands and thousands of years, empires and systems of government and priesthoods built up, that this is the first time that these laws are thought of from a being coming out the sky with the mountain on fire and the trumpets blaring? Do you really think? Really think? Do you really think? Man, listen to me. Let me pause. Let me segue. You were given information that was designed to trigger an emotional response from you. You don't know how to think, and I don't mean this as an insult. I'm not being arrogant. I'm not trying to demonstrate how smart I am, man. I'm not smart. The Most High is. I'm obedient. So listen. There is an order to everything. There is an order to thinking. The order of processing information that you normally go in is you look for right or wrong. You look to see if the information is right or wrong. This is arrogance. That is arrogance. How you gonna say that? Because you don't know what right and wrong is outside of you. You know no one else's motives, history, circumstances, nothing to determine if their actions are right for them. All you know is what's right and wrong for you. So if you are taking in information based on what's right or wrong, or what you think of as good or bad, you take information in out of order. You process it out of order. Because if you think it's good, if you think it's right, you accept the information as true. And that's backwards. The first step in the processing of information is evaluating if the information is true or false. From there, you can determine if it's right or wrong. You understand? But you were given information designed to trigger an emotional response to make you feel a certain way. That is not thinking. And then in your ignorance of how pride operates, you think you know right from wrong. And you don't. But you've never thought about it. See, when it comes to thinking, this is the process of it, is how we are like the Most High God. How you evaluate information. True or false. You must do everything in order. Truth is the light. False is darkness. So, if you happen, because you get it out of order, you end up believing what's false is right. You end up believing what's false is good. This is the beginning of these ancient laws that they already existed long before this event. You shall not murder. Do you think that it took the almighty, all-knowing, omnipotent God to come down on a mountain and fire and smoke with the trumpets blaring at this point in the history of mankind to tell him, write it down on a stone tablet, thou shalt not kill? Do you really think that? After telling you what these people just came through? Abraham met a priest long before you get to Joseph in Egypt in the captivity and slavery. And a priest mean a priesthood. I mean a system of religion. In a city mean a system of government, a group of people that then came together and made laws to live by. Enoch, Cain's son, built the first city. Think they didn't have no laws? With his mark on his head from killing his brother. You think they didn't figure out that this is a law from the Most High God until this point? But they attributing this to this being that's standing in front of Moses, telling him, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not destroy. They saying that he's the one, he's the originator of these laws that they're getting out. This is what they're gonna form their nation off of, this group of people. You should not commit adultery. I mean, he sleep with somebody else's wife. You should not steal. You should not give false testimony against your neighbor. Don't lie on nobody. You should not covet your neighbor's house. You should not covet your neighbor's wife or his manservant, the maidservant, his ox, donkey, anything that belongs to your neighbor. That's greed, that's lust. When the people saw the thunder and lightning and heard the trumpet, they told Moses to go talk to him. Then the Lord said to Moses, people remain at this. I read that the other day. I'm going down to verse 22. Then the Lord said to Moses, tell the Israelites this. You have seen for yourself that I have spoken to you from heaven. Do not make any gods to be alongside me. Do not make for yourself gods of silver or gold or gods of gold. Make an altar of earth for me and sacrifice on it your burnt offerings and fellowship offerings, your sheep and goats and your cattle. Whenever I cause my name to be honored, I will come to bless you. And if you make an altar of stone for me, do not build it with just stones, for you will defile it if you use a tool on it. Okay, I'm going to pause. Man. The Most High God, when he gave his commands in the first chapter of Genesis, don't deal with sacrifice. That's why I say in Isaiah, when you come to my courts, who require this trampling of my courts when you come before me? Read those first commands in the first chapter of Genesis, verse 26, and see if any of them talk about sacrificing any animals. They don't. Because the Most High don't deal with that outward worship. That's not worshiping the Most High. You worship the Most High through imitation and burn of the fruit of the Spirit. Peace, love, mercy, joy, wisdom, courage, faith, patience. For real. He say don't build him an altar with stones. The outward understanding is, don't use no stones, but the inward understanding is you. You are the temple of the Most High God, not built with any human hands or any tools. You are the rock. We are the building blocks, not built with any tools of the Most High God. And this is known from within. Had been known from within long before whoever that was descended on that mountain. And I'm telling you, that's Satan that they was dealing with. And you know him by his fruit. But, hold on, man. I said I was going to end this. I was just getting hot in the head. So, hold on. It's a little bit more I want to check out. And it's the reason why I'm getting into these numbers, too. Exodus, Leviticus, you know what I'm saying, and then you get to numbers. So, it's a reason I think I done got into these numbers, y'all. These are the laws you are to set before them. Hold on. Oh, your nakedness, then, okay. These are the laws you are to set before them. If you buy a Hebrew slave, the first law, number 11. You know what I'm saying? You know how they got the 10 commandments? You see how they be mocking you? They be mocking you because of the 11th commandment. They make a mockery of you. They put it right in your face. I see more people gravitating towards when I teach about the Most High with numbers, though. So I'm going to stick to that on the Facebook channel. But check it out. If you buy a Hebrew slave, he is to serve you for 6 years, but in the 7th year, he shall go free without paying anything. If he comes alone, he is to go free alone. But if he has a wife when he comes, she is to go with him. Ooh, look how he got him doing it, brother. If you come alone and you end up having kids, you leaving alone. That woman and them babies stay here. But if he got a wife, when he comes, she go with him. I don't know about the kids. The kids might got to stay, y'all. If his master gives him a wife and she bears him sons or daughters, the woman and her children shall belong to her master, and only the man shall go free. But if the servant declares, I love my master and my wife and children and do not want to go free, then his master must take him before the judges. He shall take him to the door of the doorpost and pierce his ear with an awl. Then he will be his servant for life. If a man sells his daughter as a servant, she is not to go free as men servants do. If she does not please the master who has selected her for himself, he must let her be redeemed. He has no right to sell her to foreigners because he has broken faith with her. If he selects, he must not deprive the first one of her food, clothing, and marital rights. If he does not provide her with these 3 things, she is to go free without any payment of money. First thing he deal with, slavery. He don't have, the Most High didn't make you to be a slave. He made his light to free you from slavery, to free you from the darkness. He does not condone slavery. He has no laws to regulate slavery. And if you bear the fruit of the Most High, you won't enslave people. Again, the laws are written for the lawbreakers. The government is formed to govern over those who break the law. The people that live according to the laws of the Most High God need no laws, need no government. Only the lawless ones. I hope this sink in. I really do. Anyone who strikes a man and kills him shall surely be put to death. So he is with the death penalty. The Lord is with the death penalty. And remember, my claim is the Bible reveals that this being that called himself the Lord that's standing in front of Moses is actually Satan. This is Satan. What you're reading is satanic. Lies, deception. That's why they try to keep you out of this part of the book. But how you going to study a book and confine the study of the book? Hold on. How you going to study a book but completely disqualify the beginning of it and confine the study of it to what you call the New Testament and claim to understand the book? How can you do that? So he's with the death penalty. However, if he does not do it intentionally, but God lets it happen, he is to flee to a place I will designate. But if a man schemes and kills another man deliberately, take him away from my altar and put him to death. Anyone who attacks his father or mother must be put to death. Anyone who kidnaps another and either sells him or still has him when he is caught must be put to death. Say, y'all, it's a lot of these laws. I don't want to read them all. And I'm getting to the end. So I'm going to say this. If you think that these are the laws of the Most High God, I know. No. Let me rephrase that. If you believe these are the laws of the Most High God, I know that you have never thought about this information. They just told you it was right and good. but they gave it to you out of order. And when they gave you this out of order information, you didn't think about it. You didn't process it to see whether or not it was true or false. Everything was done out of order. The book is sealed. The seals are broken. This is the information age. I be trying to hold my temper and keep from calling people stupid. But at a certain point, with so much understanding and knowledge and information out, it's will for ignorance. It's just holding on to tradition. It's just fear of breaking away from what you've always believed. But yeah, if you believe that these are the laws that he is really regulating slavery, he gonna regulate animal sacrifice too. And then this perfect being later on said, well, those laws ain't good and they can't really live up to those laws, so I'm gonna give them a new set of laws. Even though I'm done with all my work and I ain't got nothing new to do, I gave them a set of laws that was imperfect and couldn't be lived up to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna manifest myself so that I can sacrifice myself to myself so that I can forgive them for not being able to live up to some laws that I gave them in the first place and knew wasn't good. If you really believe that, I know you haven't thought about it at all, ever. So I'm gonna end this on that note. And hopefully, you'll start doing your little bit of thinking, reading this book in order, and understanding what's being revealed to you by the Most High God. Peace.